Chris and Kate in the studio with me now. Chris, I imagine you strike me as the rule follower, and Kate, you strike me as the rebel.
Oh, you do?
Interesting.
Yeah.
And why is that? Just based on our interactions on this program?
Yeah, I would say that's all I have to go on. So,
Well,
am I accurate? Is it accurate or not?
I would say yes. From when I was little, I was always stuck on the rules.
Yeah.
My parents were actually the opposite.
Uh-huh.
They didn't say, Chris, you need to do this. They were so loosey-goosey.
Oh, wow.
Do whatever you want, Chris. It's your life. And so I just followed the rules.
Oh, well, so you were the rule follower. The parents didn't instill that in you.
Yeah, they didn't at all.
Interesting.
I don't know why. It's just something I was born with. It's in my DNA. How about you, Kate? What are you a rebel? I don't think.
Doesn't she strike you as a bit of a rebel? That's not an insult. That's more of a compliment, by the way.
When I first met her, I thought she was not a rebel. But the more I see her,
Yeah.
I do get what Steve is saying. I see the rebel streak in her eyes.
Oh, in my eyes.
Yes,
Because
in a
that's all
movie.
you see with my mask on.
Yeah, right.
Not the mouth, just the eyes.
Yes. I'm complete different upbringing from you, Chris. My parents were very strict, and I would like to see how far I could cross the line.
Yeah, exactly, right? So the stricter the parents are, oftentimes that just pushes the kids to be more and more rebellious, right?
Yeah.
It's an opposite effect. Yeah.
So, with that said, Kate, our here's what I think question of the day today. What was the most rebellious thing that you've done so far in your life?
Oh, I mean, there's plenty, but I mean, my mom never allowed for me to have a boyfriend up until college. That was the main rule.
to college.
Yes, that was.
Strict.
It's like you focus on your studies throughout your, teenage years.
My parents allowed it. I just didn't have one.
Oh, Steve.
By choice.
No.
But I think
Poor
the
Steve.
funniest story was, you know how in Korea high school students have to stay way later until their classes and they do 야자, like
야자
야간 자율학습, right? And then I was staying there, and then sometimes I would just be like, oh my God, I just have to blow off some steam. I would sneak out with a couple of my friends and go to a nearby pool hall
Oh.
to shoot some pool because me
Nice.
and my friends knew how to shoot pool. Like, we
Right.
were the few that knew how to do that.
Pokeball.
Yes, exactly. And then I went, and then I remember I was kind of aiming for something, and I felt this chill up my spine.
Oh, no.
And I looked back, and my homeroom teacher was there.
Oh, that's better than mom being there, though.
He had come with a bunch of other teachers so that because they also wanted to de-stress from all of that because they have to stay behind in school too. And so we our eyes met. I'm just like, oh shoot. The next day he was really cool about it though. He was like, so how well do you play?
Yeah, right. He knew. He understood, right? That's why I said when you said eyes on the back of your neck, I thought, oh no,
It's my mom.
Mom showed up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Noor says, oh, parents are scarier than lions.
Oh yeah, I would definitely wrestle a lion than deal with parents.
They can be.
They are, yeah.
That's Kate's answer. What's yours? That's at a young age. That's a brave thing to do, is it not?
Yes.
I think it was possible because they were young. I think if it were like our age right now, we'll be thinking about, okay, so what are the risks that come with it? Is it worth getting a loan to jump into this kind of a business venture? But because you're young, it's just like, come on, let's do it. Give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess when you're younger, and business people will say this all the time, is that if your business fails at your first attempt, that's not a true failure, right? It's just a learning experience.
Yeah.
And I guess the earlier that you start
Yeah.
trying to gather those learning experiences, the better off you'll be in the future, right?
And I wouldn't consider that a rebellion per se if you're young. If you're like 40 in your middle ages with the wife and 2 kids and you'd be like, forget my job, I'm going to start a hamburger stand.
Yeah.
That would be rebellious.
Yeah.
I would not, my
And-
wife would not want to see me if I told her that.
And pseudo irresponsible.
I would not be welcome back in the house.
Advertising works because I wrote Duncan's name down as Dunkin.
Oh,
It's not how you spell Duncan.
No, you don't.
your favorite kind of donut.
I guess so. Jackie dropped out of school to take the college entrance exam because Jackie was on a path of studying in this promising major, as Jackie mentioned, but it's not what Jackie wanted to do. So I like that idea.
Follow your dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Graduation. Speaking of graduation, I skipped my college graduation ceremony.
So did I.
Did you? Isn't that rebellious?
Not really. My parents, my mom So yeah, I graduated from university, and my mom said, "So, you gonna go to your graduation ceremony?"
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said, "Well, what do you mean?"
Uh-huh.
And she said, "Are you gonna go?" I said, "Well, I was planning on it. You don't want to go?" And
Yeah.
she said,
No.
"Not really. It's kind of long, isn't it?"
Mom
Yeah.
doesn't want to go.
Mom didn't want to go. She said it's like 3 hours. Isn't it like 3 hours? What am I going to sit there? I'm going to watch 99% of these people. I have no idea who they are, just so I can watch you walk across the stage. I said, yeah. Mom said, this is a great accomplishment for you, but this isn't the biggest thing you're going to do in your life. She said, if you really want us to go, we'll go. But, we don't need to.
So if mom's not going, I'm not going.
It was a pretty easy decision for me. After that, I felt like it was made for me.
Yeah,
Just
for
give
me,
me
my mom.
9333 says, "Hi, Steve. This is my first time to send a text." Well, thank you. I hope it's not the last. My memorable resistance was when I disobeyed my high school study time. At that time, my classmate had to study up to 10 p.m. at school, but one Christmas Eve,
Oh, what?
we and other classmates ran out of the school altogether. The schoolmaster was furious.
Oh, playing hooky on Christmas Eve.
Why are you at school at 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve?
Come on, schoolmaster. It's Christmas
Seriously.
Eve.
Yeah, have some spirit.
Schoolmaster is the Grinch.
Yeah, seriously.
7287 Neem, happy Monday, the Steve Hatherly Show. Maybe my most rebellious act, disobeying my parents, majoring in psychology instead of medicine.
Oy.
Although I must spend a very modest life, I gained the proficiency to conduct experiments as cruel as that of Mr. Stan Milgram. God bless his soul, but perhaps the meanness of this scientific investigation contributed to his untimely death at the age of 51.
Karma, you're suggesting.
He did die at a young age.
Yeah. Rebellious, disobeying your parents and majoring in psychology instead of medicine. That's very cool, though, isn't it? The human brain. That's why we want to do this segment on Monday, Only Human, because there's just so much to unpack
Yeah.
when it comes to human psychology, right?
We don't even know about our own psychology. It's scary almost
Absolutely
Yeah.
fascinating
to
topic.
learn
yeah.
about yourself.
2450 says 보통 어릴 때 부모님이 간섭을 많이 하면 반항적이 된대요. 농구 시합할 때 상대가 깔보면 이기려고 더 열심히 하는 것 같아요. 반항이라고 하니까 제임스 딘 영화 이유 없는 반항이 생각이 나네요. So 2450 says, usually when parents are more stricter on their kids, most likely the kids will probably rebel a lot more. And it's kind of like when you're, let's say, in a basketball match, if the other opponent kind of looks down on you, then you try better to make sure that you win the game. It's that kind of reverse,
Psychology,
I'll show you
Oh.
type of thing.
competition.
That's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, he could find motivation in anything. Look at him sideways. Look at him the wrong way. And he'll say, "Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll score 65 points tonight then." It's that type of thing, right?
Even if that didn't happen, he would say that to himself, like, "Oh, yeah, they're playing mind games with us."
Right. 1502 says, "I was dancing at home, forgetting myself. While I was turning around, I found someone was watching me from the next building. But I was too embarrassed to stop dancing, so I just kept dancing, but I moved into the other room." You just danced your way out of
Shimmied your way into the other room. It's like, bye.
That was natural.
just like Ashley Simpson on Saturday Night Live when she got caught lip syncing.
It's better than stopping and be like, oh, hi, waving. That would be awkward.
3267, Chris.
My answer to the question of the day. I drank too much and I blacked out while hanging out with my friends in Barcelona, Spain.
Oh.
Later, I woke up in the ladies' room in the club. Yes, I was sleeping in the ladies' room.
That's not good.
I hope you're a lady. That is
I don't
strange.
think he is.
A he. Is this a he?
I'm assuming it is, yes. But I could be wrong.
What an
my.
experience.
Well, hopefully everything was okay and no one was injured or hurt or something like that.
Exactly.
Don't want to make a habit of that, that's for sure. Let's do one more for now.
Okay. Anne says 중학생 시절 단발머리 규정이 있었는데 그게 싫기도 하고 머리도 기르고 싶어서 머리를 조금씩 길렀습니다. 일찍 등교했는데 어느 날 학생 주인 선생님이 일찍 오셔서 걸렸죠. 규정에 대한 소심한 반항이었습니다. So when Anne was in middle school, there's obviously that haircut regulations and we had to keep it really short. And she just wanted to rebel and so she kind of made it longer and longer and she would get to school earlier before the teachers would were at the gate to check. And then one day the teacher actually came a lot earlier than she did. And that's when she had to cut her hair. That was her small rebellion that she did when she was in middle school.
Well, you got away with it for a period of time
know.
before you had to cut that hair, right?
Very satisfying when things like that happen.
Absolutely, right? All right, so many more.